Okay, time for another art video. Welcome back if you're returning from my first video. This is only my second video, so kind of welcome back to me too, I guess, for trying this again. But yeah, I finished a commission recently, a set of commissions, and I feel like this hasn't really happened in a while, but I actually didn't have another piece to work on lined up that I was had a time constraint to get done. I'm working on some picture book stuff on the side, but that's not something I'll be sharing in the videos right now. So I was like, I need another drawing to work on presently. And I remembered that I had done a rough sketch of a piece that's just a personal piece, actually, a picture of one of our cats. And I'd been meaning to do it for some time and had done the outline sketch for it. And just, if someone asks for a commission, then that takes priority. So it's one of those that kept getting put on the back burner, and I wasn't really getting around to it, and was like, you know what? I've got some time right now, so maybe I'll jump back into it, and chances are that means I'll get another commission soon, and we'll be busy again. But this is all I have so far. I'll turn the camera a little bit. So truly just the sketch, not anything exciting going on yet with that. But yeah, looking forward to working on this piece, and thought it would be a nice one to try recording another video with, since I still need a lot of practice with recording videos and figuring out lighting and camera angles and things like that. Like right now, I probably shouldn't be moving the camera while recording, but yeah, so yeah, I guess that's really all to state beforehand. It's just me with my cup of coffee here. Just came back. This is fun, actually. So this mug, it's new. It's an antique, but it's new. So my husband and I, we were playing at a wedding this past weekend, most recently, here in New York, an outdoor wedding, and it is in October. We're heading to mid-October right now. So if you've been in this part of the country this time of year, if you're from around here, it's already getting a little bit chilly out. So we weren't sure when we were asked to play in this wedding, actually, if we would be able to with our instruments, because I play cello and my husband is a violinist, and we're like, October wedding outside, that might be a little cold. I'm not sure if that's a good idea with the stringed instruments as far as, their well-being and keeping them in tune, and because they tend to go out of tune if it gets cold. Sorry, this is a huge long tangent just to tell you about my mug, but yeah, so we played at this wedding just this past Saturday, which was beautiful. It was very cold. It was 39 degrees on our way to the wedding, so I'm sure it was still in the 40s when we started playing. But it was lovely, and they're just the sweetest couple. I mean, but one of the really fun things that they had at the wedding was they had some warm drinks at the reception. And over the course of, the summer months, I guess, this young couple had gone to different antique shops, and they picked out mugs that they liked specifically to bring to their reception so that people could fill their mugs with these, warm beverages, and then take their mugs home as a, what would you call it? Not a party favor, but a little souvenir from the wedding. A little thank you, I guess. I just thought that was the sweetest thing. So yeah, I got to the mug table pretty late because we were playing, so there's only a few mugs left, but the one that was left was so perfect for me, because my mom has a bowl still, I think, that is this exact pattern. So this was looking back at being a little girl again to see this, and I was just like, okay, that's the mug. So yeah, I was really, really happy about that. So yeah, that's really all I have to report for now. I'm gonna turn my back to you. I probably won't chat a whole lot in this video, maybe a little bit here or there. I'll, have the drawing primarily sped up because it, is many hours of work, and it's much much more interesting to you if it's on higher speed, I suppose. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the video around and get to work here. But thanks for joining me again. Just hopping on here for a second to apologize for how terrible the lighting was in that last segment. I tried a bit of recording at night, which I know better than to do because the lighting is just not really good in the art room at night. However, I'm recording with a different phone than I did on the last video, and that definitely did not respond to the lighting as well as the other one did. So yeah, it was like super flashy in the last bit. But of course I didn't know that until after I had been drawing for about an hour and a half, and then I looked back at the video and realized like, oh, that's unpleasant to watch. So maybe I'll speed up that bit a little bit extra, just to get through it faster. But yeah, just all part of figuring this out, I guess. And yeah. I guess the drawing is going okay so far. I will admit I'm not super happy or in love with this one yet, but I think it's still, to a degree, in its messy phase. I think once I have some final layers on here and there's a bit more like differentiation between the lights and darks, that I'll be happier with it. I do like her face so far. It does look a lot like Natty in person. I don't remember if I mentioned, but her name is Natty. The Natty Jane is our littlest cat's name. And that's who we're working to draw here. So yeah, so I see the resemblance, so I know it's not far off, but I'm also not like overly thrilled with how it's going so far. I'm also really struggling with kind of finding this balance. She has a lot of light hairs like that show underneath because she's a tabby cat, right? But I want like my lights to be light and my darks to be dark, but as I'm like burnishing and like adding those little bits of color, I just feel like it's getting a little bit too mushy. And I did play around, let's see if I can find this. Yes, I played around a little bit with using this tool, if I can reach it, which is a bit of a, I guess it's like a knife, honestly, like one of these. I've seen other artists use them and what they do with them looks really good. So maybe I'm just not like brave enough or practiced enough with this yet. But like to make some little scratchy hairs. I know you're supposed to save this until the end, but I did test it out in a couple places here just to see if it would work well. And I feel like the hairs are almost too fine when using this for the size of the drawing. So I don't know, I'm struggling with that a bit. This is just honest me hopping on here saying it's in its messy stage. I'm not fully loving it, but I still feel like it's going in the right direction. So I'll keep plugging away and I'll speed up the video again. And the lighting is better now, so hopefully that won't be a problem anymore. Okay, well, I was fully planning to put a little makeup on before making this video, but it's already quite late and I guess I'm feeling lazy. I'm just gonna do a little outro for this one and yeah, that'll be a video. So this has been, whoops, I'm going to shake the camera a lot apparently. I'm gonna turn the camera so that you can see the final piece. But yeah, this has been a long, ongoing project. Not because the drawing itself took that much time, but because I had a couple commissions at least in between, maybe more than a couple actually. So I was working on, I'm gonna pause this and set the stand down because that's not working well. I might just start this over. Okay, well, I don't love this angle much better, but I did move things around and pulled the light a little bit closer. This is the final piece, and I guess I don't have a whole lot to say as I've wrapped up. Things that I've enjoyed about this drawing is because it was a personal project, I was a little bit braver with some of the things I tried with it. I even used this tool that kind of, it's kind of like a knife, I guess. It cuts some of the paper and the wax of the pencil away, and it was able to provide me with these very standout light hairs for the cat. And that's not something I'd ever, I'd used it a tiny bit, but very, very carefully, because I'd only ever had a chance to try it on pieces that were commissions, and I was afraid of messing up someone's drawing. So that was a good opportunity, I guess, for me to be able to work on some cat hair and just see how I might like to play with that more in the future. But yeah, other than that, it's been an okay piece. I took a break to work on a commission actually right around the time that I had reached the flowers, I think is when I stepped away from this for a while, and it was weeks of not coming back to it. And honestly, because I had already finished the interesting part to me, which was the cat, I had a really hard time picking it back up again and just, struggled to bring myself back. I did ultimately enjoy working on the flowers, and it was a very relaxing thing to do today. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so that was also just a nice thing that I knew I could do with this downtime. So that's a piece. I will probably call it at that because I'm just going to keep bumping the camera into things if I don't pause it here. But thanks for coming along and sharing this process with me. I'm trying to remember when it started. I think I started this video back in October, and we are December 1st today. So thanks for watching, as we go from beautiful weather, fall weather, to it's now winter. We have had snow. So yeah. Hope you're all doing really well, and I appreciate you following along. Hopefully future videos will have better lighting. I apologize for that as well. There were definitely some points in this video as I can't even believe I'm still recording because the lighting is just so poor. I don't think I would want to watch the video if it was, maybe if it was someone I knew, but in the future, hopefully that will improve. And this is another drawing completed for now. Thanks again.